Alright guys, here's your stretching or recovery circuits for runners. So we're going to start off feet hip width apart, knees slightly flexed, bottom under, ribs down, chest open, chin tucked and palms facing up. I just want you to think about a soft piece of fruit in between your elbows and your body. We're taking the hands out to the side. So anyone who is a runner or an athlete, you're going to find your shoulders coming forwards quite a lot. So we want to open those out. Really good for any relay athletes that need the arm to come back and round. Good. You should feel a stretch already coming through the front of the chest. Make sure those palms are staying straight up and keep activating through those abdominals. So your bottom should be tucked under and your abdominals should be activated, drawing up through here. Your bottom can tuck under to create that neutral pelvis, but you can also use your abdominals to create that position. Good. And then we're going to take the hands out to the side, keeping the shoulders down and the palms up, straighten out through the elbows. And if you're doing this right, you should feel a really nice stretch through those arms. Straighten the elbows and keep those fingertips pushing out to the sides. Keep your shoulders down. Pull your shoulder blades down at the back. Good. Pushing out to the side. If you're anything like me, one arm comes higher than the other. I can't remember which one. I'll only know when I look it back, watch it back. Good. Last one of these. And then we're going to rotate the palms down on the next one. So the palms go down, back up again, elbows in, hands together. Make sure you keep that chest open at the front, the shoulder blades pull down at the back. Good. And keep going. It's a bit of a nerve stretch, this one, as you'll see, will feature throughout this video. You want to stretch out the joints, muscles and the nerves. Good. We're going to keep the palms up this time. We're going to rotate the chest round. Just notice my hips stay absolutely pointing forwards. They don't follow the movement at all. So we're rotating through that upper back. Again, really important to get the rotation through the thoracic spine, the upper back. The thoracic spine rotates, the lumbar spine, the lower back bends forwards and backwards. So we want to really make sure that we isolate that rotation through the thoracic spine. You do get the flexion, extension, forwards and backwards movement from the thoracic spine, a little bit of rotation through the lumbar spine, but you do want to try and isolate as much as you can to get that rotation to the upper back and stabilize through the lower back. Brilliant. Bring the arms in, roll around, one arm stretching up, the other one stretching down. Good. We're going to come round, palms together, to the front, scoop in the tummy and roll back up, other arm up, one down, round to the side, palms together, to the front and curling up, a couple more, round. So there's going to be a lot of rotation focus in these exercises. If you lose the rotation of your upper back, your lower back can get quite sore. So we're going to start rolling down, chin to chest, curl down. Feel that stretch down through the backs of the legs. Bend and straighten alternate knees. Good. You push your heel down with each one. Push down through the heel, tense through the thigh. Hang at the arms and the head. It's one of the only chances you let them go heavy. Good. We're going to get hold with your left hand, right foot, thigh, knee, wherever you can get to, and stretch up with the other one. So we're getting that nice rotation through the spine again. Good stuff. Come down, rotate the other way. Going to breathe into it a little bit. Good. Rotate round the other way again. Stretch up. Good stuff. Other side. Brilliant. Hang those arms and head again. Tuck under, curl back up again. Alright, we're going to stretch a quad. So if you've got a surface, put your fingertips on it. Now then, strictly stretching your quad. I want you to soften the knee on that standing leg, bottom under, tummy in, chest open, chin tucked. Push that knee down towards the floor. Pull the heel in towards the bum. Push the knee down towards the floor, keeping the knees quite close together. then you'll feel the stretch through the front of that leg. Keep your abdominals engaged. Good stuff. Other side. Take the weight onto that standing leg strongly. Pick up the other one, bottom under, tummy in, chest open, chin tucked. Really makes a difference to these stretches. Pushing the knee down towards the floor. Scooping in through the tummy. Squeeze your bum a little bit on that side. Keeping the knees together. If you feel like you need a little bit more stretching through these areas, then pause the video and do a little bit more. Do you feel like your quads are the area you need to focus on? So the second one on each side should feel a little bit better. If you can't get hold of that foot, then use a towel. You can lie on your front to do the stretches. I've got a few other videos where I do a few more lying down stretches. Good work. Other leg. Again, these should just feel that little bit looser. Keep engaging through here, pushing that knee straight down towards the floor. Good stuff. So a couple of hamstring stretches. I've got the wall here, which is quite useful. So stick that leg up on the wall. I want the hips pointing directly forwards, and I want you to come forwards into it. Now, if you're doing a true hamstring stretch, we should keep the chest open, and we should just angle straight forwards at the hip, which should feel really strong through the back of the leg there. And then once we've done that for a few seconds, and then we can curl down into it, pull the toes up, and we can bounce the knee up and down. Even better if the other hand can come across and bounce the knee up and down. Brilliant. Stick the other leg up. Keep everything pointing forwards. Come down into the stretch. I've done that wrong, haven't I? Keep the back arched and come forwards. So if you keep the chest open, keeping the back flat and everything forwards, you'll feel more of a true hamstring stretch to start with. Breathe into it. It's really important that you don't push into these stretches, pushing into pain. I don't want to hear any yelps or anything like that about you pushing into the pain, because all the muscle will do is spasm up against you. Curl down into it. Opposite hand comes across, pulls the toes up towards you, and bounce the knee up and down. That's a bit more of a sciatic nerve stretch. Just gently lifting and lowering that knee to bounce the knee up and down. Good. So we're going to do the second lot of these hamstring stretches on the floor. So if you come down onto the floor, lying down onto your back, tuck the chin, open the chest, and just bringing one leg up here, and I want you to pull the toes up. And we're just going up and down. Again, this is a little bit more of a sciatic nerve stretch with the toes pulled up there, but we're getting a lovely glide of the sciatic nerve through the hamstring there. And let's do a 10-second hold at the end. Should feel your quads working a little bit here now as well. Good stuff. All right, other leg up. Toes pulled up towards you, up and down with that leg, gliding that sciatic nerve through the hamstring where it runs. You might feel a bit of knee crunching. You might be able to hear my knee crunching actually through the mic. 2 more. And hold that straight for that 10 seconds. You can wiggle that foot around, which makes it feel a little bit more comfortable. Good stuff. Right, coming onto our hands and knees. I'm going to show you a calf stretch in this area because it does incorporate the rest of the body as well. So toes tucked under, pushing up into that downward dog. And I want you to drop alternate heels down to stretch through those calves. So it's quite nice to do a dynamic stretch here through the calves. And then what we can do if we want to get any better lengthening, we're going to hold one down. Try and level off the rest of the body. Stay strong through those shoulders, squeezing in through your tummy. Tighten through the thigh of that leg doing the stretch. Good stuff, and then swap legs. And then we're going to go again. Drop that heel down. Good, and swap sides. Okay, so from here, we're going to bring one leg forwards, here, and we're going to relax down into it. We're going to stretch through those glutes. So it's okay to come down onto that glute on that side. You get a bit of a stronger stretch. In fact, everything we're normally trying to stay completely straight, but I'm happy for you to drop down onto that glute on that side. Good, and you should get a good stretch through the piriformis, through the top of the hamstring, and through your glutes. Good stuff. Going to bring that leg back, bring the other one forwards, and then stretching down and forwards into it. So we're going to move on to stretching through the hip flexors and stretching through the adductors, two muscle groups that a lot of people forget to stretch. Once we've done these glutes here, as with all of these exercises, you can pause the video and do a little bit more on each one of these areas here. So we're going to stretch one leg up in front, and we're going to tuck under. This is one of the exercises I find most people come back doing wrong after a physio session, and I've taught them how to do it. Make sure you tuck the bottom under, scooping underneath, and then the little movement forwards is not a lunge forwards into it here. It's just a tiny little angle forwards on that back knee. Once the bottom's tucked under and locked, there's nowhere to go, not very far to go. So you should just feel that stretching through the front of the hip there. Good, you can stretch that same arm up as leg stretching and come over to the side to bring it into a bit more of a psoas stretch through there, a little bit more through the obliques as well. Brilliant, other leg forwards, bottom under, lock it under, and then lunge forwards. Same arm up and come over. Excellent work. Okay, I'm coming down, legs out in a V. Now this is a very much forgotten exercise for your adductors here. I want you to come up tall. Now to start with, you might have to just have your hands behind you and pushing yourself forwards a little bit here. Good, and that might be enough to stretch through these adductors here. And what you want to do is find the sitting bones and just try and rock forwards on those sitting bones. You might be all the way back here with the legs a little bit closer, but all I want you to do is just come up out of them. Good. Then we're going to do an exercise called the saw. So the arms are out to the side. We're going to stretch one arm to that toe and the other one out behind. Good. Coming out and cross. And coming out. Drop the shoulders in between each time. Good stuff. You might not get very far with this one, but you'll get better, trust me, if you do these adductor stretches all the time, and the more stretched out your adductors are, the better they'll function, and the better your glutes will function. Good, last one. Alright, we're going to do an exercise called threading the needle, which again is to rotate through that thoracic spine. So we're going to stretch up with this arm and come through and rotate. We're going to do 5 on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good work. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one last one. 5. Amazing. Okay, sit back onto the heels into child pose. Just to stretch that off a little bit, you can come over to one side and you can stretch a little bit more in that direction. Good. And over to the other side. Good stuff. We could do a little bit of a cobra here. Arching the back, dropping the shoulders. Keep those abdominals activated a little bit. It's not a yoga pose as such. You want to actually keep a little bit more activation through those abdominals, through the front. Good stuff. We can tuck the toes under. Walk the hands back and just drop down into that downward dog. Brilliant. And keep walking up with those hands. You can bend the knees if you want to. Let the arms and head go heavy. Good. And then tuck under. And curling up. So there you go, there's your recovery stretch session, just to make you feel a little more opened up and elongated through the muscles. I hope you enjoyed it. Click like if you liked the video and give me a quick comment, and please subscribe.